Hello guys and welcome back to another episode. So today we're going to talk about top 10 most anticipated game, and the list is of course by me. So I mean, maybe you're not agreeing with everything in this list. Maybe you will be thinking, nah, some of the other games that is on the list is probably not for me. But let's just dive directly into it and go through the top 10. It's showtime! Number 10 is going to be Conan Unconquered, or how you spell it, Unconquered. It's going to be releasing on Windows and it's going to be released on mid 2019. It's a strategy game, so you know, like an RTS game where you build, attack, like the StarCraft. So that also an RTS game, so where you play. Actually, you don't play against other players. This is only a PvE game, so that means with you, or I think it's up to 2 bodies, so you're totally free on the team. You're going to defend a city in RTS style, and then the city will be attacked by enemies all the time, like monsters, gargoyles, whichever enemies that you know from the Conan world. So it's basically a PvE RTS game from the Conan universe, and we haven't really seen any game like this, so that's why I'm a really big fan of RTS games. So that's why this game here really feels like this is something that I'm really excited for. But again, it's my number 10 one, so of course it's not my most anticipated, because again, the game is probably going to be something that I will play for some hours, and maybe it will not be worth anymore for me, but we'll see. So that is number 10. Number 9 is Planetside Arena. So maybe you know Planetside 2 or Planetside 1 if you played that, but Planetside 2 was a really great game, but it's a bit too old school now. Planetside Arena is like the refreshed version of the whole Planetside thing. It's a shooter game. You can either play Battle Royale, that means it only has solo teams, or 3-man teams. It has 3 classes, so it's almost like Apex, where you have classes, you have Battle Royale with 3-man teams, but you also have solo. But it's not really what I want in that game. I don't want to play the Battle Royale game. I want to play Planetside Arena because they have 250 versus 250 battleground. I mean, that's insane, such big battlegrounds, but it's 500 players going to fight each other. So that's why this game made it on my list as number 9, because I can't wait to see those big battles, to see how it is. So, but again, the game is going to release, what was it? It was March. So it actually means that it's already next week. I think it actually is 6 weeks from now. So we're going to soon see this game releasing. I have played the beta. It's not really ready, but I mean, it will be ready probably. So that was the number 9 on the list.
My liege, there are young warlords seeking to join our alliance. You should take some time to consider their skills, so...
Now it is number 8. So number 8 on my list is Conqueror's Blade, and this was a game that was introduced by one of my friends, and I always like game like this. I really love game that is action combat. I'm not sure what it is, but it reminds me a little bit of For Honor, but the combat still looks a bit more smooth, and you have your own army. So basically you can play Battleground where you are like, I think it's 12 versus 12, where you have your hero and you have a big army behind you, and you're just going to storm it. One team is attacking a castle, one team is defending a castle, and you can stand at the walls, fire arrows with your army and all that. So you're kind of a commander. So it looks quite cool. It's going to be released on Steam, PC only, and it's going to release for spring. But the game looks fun and it looks awesome, and I mean, it made it to my list for number 8 because I love games like this with the combat, big armies, a lot of mobs, trash mobs you can kill, and PvP aspect. So it looks quite cool and definitely made on my list as number 8.
All who oppose our master shall fall.
Number 7 is a bit special one. Mostly of you guys would probably not be able to play it because number 7 is a Switch game. It is Marvel Ultimate Alliance free. And I mean, I'm such a big Marvel fan. I love Marvel movies, I love the Marvel universe, and I love to play Diablo. So this is basically Diablo Marvel. But the sad thing about this game is it's only going to release on Nintendo Switch. Probably maybe going to be portable for PC later, but I love Marvel, I love Diablo. Those two together is creating a great game. So I mean, I'm probably going to buy this. I will 100% buy it for my Nintendo Switch. I will complete the campaign, play the game, and well, probably just complete the campaign and feel like, okay, I'll play this game. That's cool. But that's why it made it on my number 7 on the list, because this game looks great. I love Marvel, I love Diablo, so it's like, I mean, this game is probably on the list because I'm a big fanboy. So, fanboys for the win. But again, it's a Diablo game with Marvel theme. I'm not actually sure if, I think you can play local co-op. So you can play local co-op on your Switch. So you can sit at the couch and play with your friends co-oply. And it's going to release somewhere in 2019. We don't know when in 2019, but we will. You can see it says 2019 and nothing more. So we don't know more than that, but only 2019.
This is good, man. This is good stuff. It'll trade. Everything trades. Oh, fuck. To be honest, Eddie.
So number 6 on the list is actually also a game that I got introduced by a friend, and it's a game called GTFO, and it's go the F off. Go the fuck off. Yeah, go the F off. I don't want to say the F word, but it's basically a 4-man co-op game where you get into you're kind of a prisoner, and you get a mission to go down in this mine and sort out whatever is happening down there, and you will get your freedom. And the game is a horror co-op game, so that means you and 3 of your friends is going through these mines, and it's going to complete whatever it is down there and complete the game. And it has a lot of challenges. It's a horror game. You're going to face really nasty creeps, and I think personally this game is going to be great. I mean, I can't wait. I don't want to play this game alone. I want to play this game with friends so we can have a blast. I mean, this game is going to be so much fun playing with friends, but probably alone I will not be playing it alone, but with friends 100%. So again, this game GTFO made it to my list as number 6, and I really look forward to this, what you can say, co-op horror game, because we really need a co-op horror game in this generation. We don't really have any co-op horror game that is fun, so this is why the game made it to the list as number 6.
Our capital needed us, but with the country slipping into civil war, who can we trust?
Number 5 is not really a big surprise. That almost sounded nice. Number 5 is not a big surprise. But number 5 is not a big surprise. It is actually Division 2. So Division 2 is a new, I would say it's an MMO. So, I mean, you have dungeons, you have raids, you have, what is it called? Dungeon raids, open world, PvP, quest missions. Basically you have everything you have in World of Warcraft. You have, even though I have open areas where you can meet random people. So I mean, this is a shooter MMO. This is basically World of Warcraft with a shooter, because it has raids, it has dungeons, it has PvP. So this is basically World of Warcraft with shooting, and I really look forward to this game. I have played the beta. It was fun, it was really good, and this is why the game is making it the list as number 5. The reason for why this game is not on higher than 5 is because I really don't like the theme human versus human. I mean, I really hate that theme. It's like, why are the humans fighting each other when they probably have bigger enemies? I'm like that. I like to fight monsters, or you know, orc versus humans. But humans versus human for me is a bit turn off. But again, the game is such a nice game. The graphic is stunning. The gameplay is real. The end game is really good. So even though it's human versus human, the game is quite nice, and I think it will be doing a lot of. I think it will be one of the top games for 2019 in overall. And Anthem and Destiny 2 is really going to get competition by this game. So yeah. But this is number 5 on my list.
Agreed. Looks like we fly from here.
When you start Anthem, you are a freshly recruited freelancer that joins a failed mission to shut down
Number 4. As I just mentioned, it is actually Anthem. And a lot of people is talking about Anthem because they are saying Division has more endgame than Anthem. But again, as I said, I'm not a fan of human versus human, and Anthem is basically human robot versus monsters, and that is nice. So Anthem is a big open world, again, third person shooter game where you basically co-op with group up with 3 of your friends, and you're going to face off with big giants, monsters, spiders, robots. It is basic. I would say it's basically Destiny 2 in third person. It's also very close to Warframe. You could basically say it's Warframe just with endgame. I mean, the game has endgame. It's like the endgame is basically like Diablo, where you have to level up to maximum, and then you can begin to set up the game harder difficult. And the harder difficult you put on the game, the better items you will be getting. And also you can set up the high difficult in the open world, where you can go around, complete world quests, get reputation, and kill very big bosses. So the game actually have endgame where you can get gear, grind dungeons, grind open world bosses. So I think this game, I know Division 2 has more in-game potentials, but Anthem has just such a nice theme. You can customize your character in so many ways. So for me personally, Anthem is a much more anticipated game for me. So I mean, I'm going to be able to play Anthem. I mean, if you buy the big package, you can already play Red next week, but I'm not paying so much for it. So I will be first playing February 22 when the game released for me. But yeah, so the game looks great, customization is great, dungeons, open world. I think it's really going to be a fun game. So Anthem is the game that made it on my list as number 4. So number 3 is a bit special one. Probably a lot of you will not be seeing why I have this game on my number 3, but I really like strategies. How do you say it? Strategic? You know what I mean. Strategy games. And The Settler was a very old game that I really liked. But now they're going to come. Ubisoft is going to release a new game in 2019 that is going to be called The Settlers. Basically, what it's about, it's building a big city, getting up an economy, getting up people, getting up soldiers. You can even get an arena where you can have champions fighting in it. I mean, those type of games where I just can sit down, relax, build a city, and see how everything upgrades. Even if this game has multiplayer, it will be insane. I mean, building a city where I know my friend is maybe on the other side of the mountains, and also building a city. I love games like that. So when I saw The Settlers, they're going to release this game, I was in love. I mean, I don't care if the combat is not so good because it's a strategy game. It's basically, I think it has an RTS module in it, but basically I think this game is going to be so great and it's going to be so fun for me. But it's going to be released in 2019, and still we don't really know what to expect. But this game here is just my number 3. I'm really excited to play this game, really excited to see how this big world is going to be and how much you can build a city. I mean, I love games where you can build your own city with walls and all that, So love it. Relax. I relax so much when playing those games. So that's why the Settlers made it on my list as number 3.
Where are we going?
Back to where it all began.
Number 2. Maybe you will not agree also, but it is actually Gears of War 5, or what they actually just call now Gears 5. Probably still Gears of War, but they say Gears 5. So I have always been a fan of Gears of War. I have played Gears of War 3 and Gears of War 4. Actually Gears of War 2, 3 and 4. Not much 4, but Gears of War 2 and 3. But I am 100% sure that Microsoft will do whatever it takes for making Gears of War 5 one of the best games, because they have seen now all the other shooter-looter games, how they succeed. So they have to implement in this game some of the features. They have to make some of the online, like other games. They probably include a battle royale, but just overall, I love the history they have in Gears of War, and I'm quite excited for Gears of War 5. And it will also release for both Xbox and PC, and it's going to be released in 2019. We don't know when, but 2019. So quite excited for Gears of War 5 or Gears 5, and I think it will be good. I mean, I love the story. I'm definitely going to buy it. 100% going to buy it and complete the campaign. It's going to be fun. I hope they will learn something from Destiny, maybe Division, Anthem, and maybe hit the game in that way. I know the game is probably going to focus most on campaign still, like always, but I hope they will adapt some things from those other games.
Something's happening to me.
So now you're probably thinking, what do you have in store for us as number 1? And you will probably not agree with me, but this game I'm going to show is a new game in a series of games, and this game has been like, for me, from day one I can remember from gaming. I mean, this game here was the game I play. I probably played this game most. It's probably the game I have most play time in my whole life. I mean, the old games of it. And now we're going to get a new game, and it's going to be released 2019. We haven't seen gameplay of it. We only have seen a cinematic trailer, and I'm so excited to see it, or so hyped to get it. So number 1 on my list.
Sometimes there's so much beauty in the world. I feel like I can't take it.
Is boom, boom, Age of Empires 4. And I mean, I'm so hyped for this game. I loved Age of Empires 2. I played Age of Empires so much. I mean, so much. It has been my whole childhood. And now we go. Well, Age of Empires 3 was also okay, but it has some problems. But number 4, I mean, we don't really have any good RTS games out right now. I mean, we have StarCraft, but I really hate StarCraft. It's not for me. And we're going to get Warcraft 3 Reforged somewhere. I mean, we don't know when. But Age of Empires 4, I know it will be the best RTS game in 2019. It's going to be so great, and I really hope it's going to have a lot of fun, what you can say, online modes. Of course, it will have build and attack, but I'm really excited to see how the graphics is going to be, how the gameplay is going to be. But this is probably going to be a very anticipated game for me, and I really can't wait for playing this game. It's going to be so great. So yeah, number 1 on my list is Age of Empires. That is probably, I mean, it's probably of course going to release on PC, but maybe also Xbox, because now they have all this play anywhere. So could probably also be an Xbox if we are lucky. So this is my top 10 game list of 2019. And I mean, again, number 10 was Conan Unconquered. 9 was Planetside Arena, 8 was Conquest Blade, 7 was Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, 6 was GTFO, 5 is Division 2, Anthem is number 4, The Settlers is number 3, Gears of War 5 is number 2, and Age of Empires is number 1. Now I just mentioned Warcraft Reforged, and I mean, that would probably be on my number 1, and I will push everything down. But Warcraft Reforged haven't really got any release date, and if you look at the game, it says December 2019, so it's the end of 2019. But I will wait till we actually get a confirmed date. But Warcraft Reforged is also just a bonus game in this video. It's probably also one of my most anticipated games. So as you can hear, I'm a really big lover of strategy games, so like RTS, so Age of Empires, Settlers, and Warcraft Reforged. I love building bases and sending out armies. It's so fun. But also I love loot and shoot, like Anthem and Division and Destiny. I really hope we also will be seeing Destiny 3 in this year. Now they have left Bungie, not Bungie, Activision. And I also hope, well, you know, probably most of you guys who watch this video knows me for my World of Warcraft career, and I really hope we're going to get a new MMO also, because MMORPGs is like my favorite game of all time. Our RTS games, strategy games is probably also, so it's like RTS, MMOs, and they have like a clash. So yeah, shooters is fun, but you know, I'm more into MMORPGs or strategy games like RTS. Yeah. So that is probably my number 10 list, and well, leave down a comment. Do you have any comments to this? Is there any of my games on the list you think like, nah, it's not for me at all? Or is there any of the game you haven't seen before and now you're quite hyped about what it's going to be? And did I just show you new games you didn't know? And do you have any other games that you think should be on this list that is not mentioned? Well, leave down a comment, let me know. What do you think about this video? Is there any game I'm missing? Is there any game that you didn't know about? Let me know. So thanks guys for watching. Have a really great day. Have a really great weekend. And well, see you in the next game.